Hi Libra, I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with your reading, what you need to know for November. The first card that we have out is Three of Wands. Thinking ahead already. Three of Wands is a card that's connected with progress, the ground that has been covered. It can also be about things that are at a distance. So Three of Wands can be connected with the future, something that's happening, maybe not now, but later on. I do actually feel like this is a mark of you making progress. Because the way that I'm seeing the Three of Wands, it's kind of reminding me of the Six of Wands, where I feel like there's quite a distance that you've traveled and a lot of progress that you've made, and this can be something that you're pausing and celebrating. Because in the Three of Wands, there's this confetti and this person standing there, and it kind of feels like, wow, look at the triumph, or like look at what's been accomplished. So there can actually be a bit of a review about that. You can feel like during the month of November, and I think like in the beginning of it, since this is the first card out, that there's going to be maybe like a recognition of what you've done and what you've accomplished. Maybe too, like if you haven't been really giving yourself credit, this can be a time where you're like, wow, look at what I did, or look at how far I've come. It can be a time when you really like allow yourself to recognize just so much of what you've done that maybe before you weren't seeing, or maybe before it wasn't there yet, but now it feels like something's going on where you can look at it and be like, wow, I really did something here. And I'm also seeing the Two of Cups, so you can feel too like you're feeling at one with yourself, like there is a merging or there is a sense of connection, and this can also be a close relationship that you have that you feel like something is coming together with. Something is looking kind of unknown. Okay, having the Emperor here, this can be stuff that has to do with your livelihood, like all the stuff that's important to you right now. So Emperor is all the important business that you have going on right now within your life. I'm seeing something look undetermined right now. This is something that's going to be happening later, that at the beginning of November, you can be wondering where things are going to go, what's going to be happening, because it feels too like there are possibilities, but that something isn't necessarily determined yet. But I'm also seeing Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which feels like something that has been undetermined is going to be determined. So there will be an answer, or there will be this is what's being chosen, that sort of thing. There could be something about pairing up, linking up that this is connected with as well. Working together. Figuring it out. You can also have mixed feelings too that are sort of part of this process here. Okay, you can be stressing out about some future stuff. I wonder now, like, if this is more towards the beginning of the month, but then I'm saying things are going to be figured out. Like, we have Ten of Wands where you can be saying, I'm worried about this, or I have a lot on my plate, or like, how is all of this going to get done? Like, it can feel like there's a pile of something, or just that there's a lot of pressure can be the feeling, or you can be like, am I going to have the energy, or those types of things. But then having Ten of Wands be connected with the Chariot, you end up figuring it out. So it's not something that ends up blocking you, it's something that you work through. Also too, having the Emperor here, it shows having sort of like a business mindset with the way that you're going into things, that there's a determination, that there is a self-trust, that you are guiding yourself too, because Aries is connected with that. So this is your ability to lead yourself. This is your willingness to make choices that you want to be making, and that you're deciding on things that you want, and you're tapping into what you feel is right. And there can also be discipline and organization that is part of this as well. This is kind of like a methodical approach that's being taken. It looks like there was stress because something was getting too tight or too strict or too rigid, but then I'm seeing moving past that. Something could have even felt oppressive a bit. And this could be something too that you were doing to yourself as well. Or was happening in an interaction with someone around you, but it was really, like, the important thing here feels like you saying, I'm the one that's in charge of this, and you be really determining what's going on. Yeah, things end on a high note. I'm seeing we end with the Chariot and we end with Four of Wands. Four of Wands is accomplishment. Four of Wands can be a celebration. Four of Wands is things are working the way that they're supposed to, that things are functioning properly, that there is a balance to this, that there is a harmonious functioning of things. And that it didn't just appear like that. There was work that needed to be done to get it there, but that basically all of the work that you put in, that's what happens with it. So your efforts are definitely not lost within this process. And there can also be some stuff that you're working through. When we have Ten of Wands and we have the Hierophant, but then having Six of Swords, this can be somewhere where, like, your beliefs or your ways of doing things or your habits or your patterns or that of someone near to you could have been something that you felt like was really cramping your style. And this can be your own stuff where you're like, it's got to be like this, it's got to be like that. And then you start stressing yourself out and realizing, wow, I'm doing this to myself. And for those of you that this is someone around you, it can be somebody where you're like, why am I just letting this person boss me around? So there can be something like that going on here where you're like, I'm the one that's in charge of my life and what I have going on. Having the Emperor be at the epicenter of this and then having Six of Swords, this feels like you taking accountability, like you being responsible. These can also be breaking into new ways of doing things that you feel like are more functional for you, more effective. Okay, so things are cooling down and you are moving forward. In the moving forward, it feels like some stuff comes up that can be a little bit confusing, just feeling your way through the process. Like, you can on a rational level understand something, but then be processing emotionally. Like, maybe you understand something on a logical level or rational level, and then also you have to do the part of working through things emotionally, or when it comes to what you're feeling, maybe what's right for you as well. And you can even be in a phase of like, I don't know what's going to be happening, but then I'm seeing things be good. Ending with Chariot and Four of Wands is like, things are actually great. You don't end in some type of position where you are at a disadvantage. This is like things really being good. You feeling like things are good. And that's where things are heading. That's what's going to be happening. And it feels too like just a stressful time about I think everything that you have going on, because this feels like I have this and I have that and I have this thing over there, and it's like so much stuff that I'm seeing here that can almost feel like you're gonna drop some stuff that you're carrying. But then having the Chariot shows this being figured out, but you really want to be mindful of how you're moving through this. I'm seeing like the Emperor be the key to this. So discipline, organization, you trusting yourself and following the advice that you feel from within you, knowing that you are like appointing yourself this position to really guide yourself through this, to see yourself as being capable of being in charge of this. This looks like what it comes down to is the Hierophant being the thing that creates a little bit of chaos. And what that can mean is where you may be unforgiving or where you may be rigid with things, or like it's supposed to be like this, or it's supposed to be like that, or why isn't it happening like this? That can be the thing that kicks up feelings for you, where there becomes this feeling of unsteadiness with the process, meaning you're moving through a process. I'm not saying there be an issue with it, like you're just following the path, but then thinking that maybe something is wrong or what's going on, and it's just because of you being like, well, it should be like this, and then the path is looking different. And then checking back in with yourself and being like, why am I holding that belief that it's supposed to be like that when the path is showing me that it's like this? It's going to be one of those things that you end up working out. And it helps you to tune in more, and I think also embrace some flexibility here. And you can also see that this part of you kicks on because of being worried about the future and what's going to be unfolding, and see that this actually comes from a place of anxiety. But then with Four of Wands, I'm seeing things be fine. And for some of you, this is about something that you can be worrying about now, but then in the future, things all pan out. And ending with the Four of Wands again, it's like everything's going to be okay. So there's really nothing to worry about here. And when you tune in, you're going to know that too. You will feel that within you. Like the right way to move through this. To honor the path that you're traveling on. I want to put these away and pull a couple more because it seems so short. Let's see what else we have going on. Six of Wands. There can be a project or a relationship that goes successfully, because I was seeing Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yes, I'm seeing some venture be successful here. Six of Wands is connected with victory, success, accomplishment. Ambition, practicality, learning with Page of Pentacles. How to do things and do them well. And also stay excited. Excited and present to what you have going on. Yeah, Hierophant is coming out again here. Hierophant is connected with Taurus. Some of you can be learning from a guide, or you can be learning to guide. Like this can be, you can be learning how to teach or learning how to guide you can have somebody teaching you how to do that. This can be something that you're practicing. I'm seeing this go very well. But this feels like having Page of Pentacles, there can be sort of a new venture where you're investing in this, and having the Hierophant there, this feels like something that you're learning how to do in a practical way. And so you can be learning the mechanics of a position that you're in, stepping into, learning more about. Especially like on the back end of things, it feels like. There can be some anxiety about something feeling like a little bit unstable or inconsistent. But this can just be part of the process here. Seeing something that you're doing going well. Things are looking good. Even though things are fine, I'm still seeing there be worry. Like you're on a path and so far things are all right from what I'm seeing, but you can still be like, are things okay? There can like be some type of question. And maybe this is too about more fully stepping into your energy, and maybe some anxiety that you're working with to really allow you to embrace fully. Yeah, we're starting with Six of Wands and then ending with Eight of Swords, which can, Six of Wands is like things are going well, there is success, good job. And then Eight of Swords is like still feeling stuck or worried about something, when Six of Wands is telling you things are going well, things are going successfully, and Eight of Swords is like not really acknowledging that or fully seeing that. You taking initiative. Maybe this is coming from a place of something feeling like you're still learning it and still figuring it out. Like you can feel like you're still finding your way. Even though I'm seeing things look really great, at the same time you can feel like, well, I'm still figuring it out. And that part is what I get anxious about, or what I worry about sometimes when you start to sweat this. But this feels like you're stepping into a really prominent role, like an important position, that things are feeling very official, and that things are going well. There can be like a nervousness that you're recognizing when it comes to you like taking action and showing up and putting yourself out there. There can be something with that where there's like an anxiety that's connected with this. That's what I'm seeing. Some of you, too, what you're going to find is that you will benefit here by something going your way. If it was a toss-up, especially if something needed to be rebalanced or corrected, the scales being balanced, things moving forward, you having everything that you need as well. Work that you've been doing with a lot of energy. Yeah, there's like something new that you're connecting with, tuning into, plugging into, and this is something that can bring about a more open-minded sense of peace that you feel or comfort that you feel. Like maybe something that you can sort of lean into that is more like philosophically related or more big picture related. Also, too, if there was any type of truth that needed to be spoken, there can be a theme about that. I was seeing something like that. If anything needs to come to light, it can be the time when that happens, or if anything needs to be exposed or revealed, that can also be something that's going on too. Just so everything is put out there. So that's what I'm seeing the forecast be. And things just moving forward, all in all. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.